I'm here and I'm happy and I made it. Hi everybody, it's me, Jill. Welcome to Jill Informed. Today we are going to dish the dirt on Real Housewives of New York, Season 9, Episode 11, A Countess No More. Yes, that's right, the moment we've all been waiting for. LuAnn and Tom get married. Yay! Okay, it really happened. We actually see the wedding taking place. Of course, the only part of the vows that Bravo shows us is where they are each asked, "Are you here of your own free will?" Was somebody questioning that? That wasn't part of my vows when I get married, but that was a long time ago, so maybe things have changed. I think if you have to add into your vows the question, "Are you here of your own free will?" that says something. LuAnn, while waxing poetic to the camera, talks about how happy she is and that she never thought she would find someone like Tom and that Tom feels like home. Yeah, if your home is a hotel lobby bar where middle-aged people are trying to get some side action, I mean, Tom's not quite as oily as John, but he's no prize. That feels like home to you? I think somebody's working a little too hard to convince the viewers at home that everything's all copacetic. Okay, and can we talk for 1 second about this weird scene with LuAnn to the camera after the wedding where she says, "Well, so many people didn't approve of Tom and I. They weren't supportive. But you know what? I'm here. And I'm happy and I made it." Okay, there's so much to break down and digest. Let's just start with this. What is this? She's not flipping us the bird. These are her ring fingers. Is she showing us her wedding band? If so, what are you showing this? What are you flipping this finger for? By the way, there is a huge ring with a black stone on this hand too. So I'm looking at the camera and I'm thinking, what is she showing us? Maybe that's another ring Tom gave her. I don't know. No, there's no explanation. It's just this weird gesture of the two ring fingers held up like this. And then she kisses them to the camera. I don't know what you're doing there. And let me say this. She looked incredibly beautiful at her wedding. And reception looked fun and nice. And except for the Marilyn Monroe impersonator. What was that? What was that? Some old woman. I mean, she looked like Marilyn Monroe would look if she were alive today, which is like, 96 years old. The episode actually opens with Bethany having her Christmas party that Ramona was not invited to. But that's okay. That's okay because I heard about it and I was a little hurt. But I'm going out with Avery and her friends. Avery's friends. That's Ramona's new friend group. I love it. Bethany has this kind of over-the-top Christmas party. And I say over-the-top because every attendee had a big ornament with their own face and name, which those were ugly. I'm sorry. I don't know if you thought it was like a great gift, but if I went to a party and I saw this garish photo of me that didn't really look like me on a giant ornament with my name, I mean, what am I going to do with that? I would walk out of the party and think, what am I going to do with this giant ornament? Because it's not going on my tree, I can tell you that. I think Bravo kept showing us the ornaments. Every time someone walked in, we got to see the ornament of their face because the faces were so bad. They looked terrible. And it was funny. And I think Bravo wanted us to be in on that joke. And we were. Oh, but Bethany, please stop pushing skinny girl brand at every moment. This time it was a giant ice luge that was shaped like a skinny girl bottle. And I can promise you they were pouring skinny girl down the luge to drink. As we know, at the same time Bethany's having her party, Ramona's out with the girls. And I do mean girls because they were 21, 22 years old. And Ramona starts to tell the girls about her big fight with Bethany. So Ramona says, I don't even know. I mean, we really got into it. I lashed out at her like a wild animal. I don't even know what I said. I blacked out. One of Avery's friends says, well, you know, you should be able to say whatever you want to a friend. You shouldn't have to walk on eggshells. Ramona throws her napkin up in the air and goes, oh my God. The words from a 21-year-old babe. Okay. All right, let's break that down for a second. Even though I know she was trying to say the phrase out of the mouths of babes, oh, I loved it so much better the way Ramona said it. A 21-year-old babe. The words from a 21-year-old babe. And the girl goes on to say, if you've got to walk on eggshells and be careful about what you say, that's a one-sided friendship. It shouldn't be like that. Well, Ramona looked at that girl. Her eyes got real big, real Ramona big. And she, oh, wow. I mean, it was as if Ramona had met the Dalai Lama. She could not believe the words of wisdom she was hearing. You know, it was like mind blown. The sage advice of a 21-year-old babe. Okay, so the rest of the episode takes place, it's 2 weeks later, and this is the party for the people who weren't invited to LuAnn and Tom's wedding. People start to arrive slowly. I think Bethany got there first, and when LuAnn and Tom arrive, LuAnn is wearing, you guessed it, a fur shrug. That is her look for the season. It's not the same fur shrug that she's worn in previous episodes that I mentioned. This is the season of the fur shrug, and she is committing hard. Anyway, Ramona arrives with Avery, and she says, I heard the wedding was really spectacular, but this place they rented for the after wedding was drab and dreary. I guess they ran out of money. Oh, you're such a true friend. This was also the party to bring your boyfriend, because other than Bethany and Carol, every other one of the ladies had their significant other. Tinsley showed up with Chad. Good God, still going strong with 23-year-old Chad. And this kills me, and I do love Tinsley. She introduces, this is my 23-year-old. I love it. And, oh, Sonia shows up with Frenchie. I forgot to mention that he was in like the first scene. He was at Sonia's townhouse making eggs for breakfast. I like him. I think I actually like Frenchie. I sort of like his personality. So anyway, she brought him, and you know what? Sonia is smitten. She acts like, well, I was only sleeping with him, but Rocco is marriage material. He could be good for her, maybe. Lord knows she needs something. She needs to stop getting on Tinsley. So maybe this will lighten her up a little bit. I don't know. And then John shows up later. I do have to mention, though, is standing behind Carol, and she kind of turns and goes, oh, John, I didn't see you back there. He goes, hi. oh my God, he's looking her up and down, and she's got like a leather dress on or whatever. And he says, cool outfit. I could shrink that and make it smaller for you if you want. Ew. Okay. Dorinda, I haven't always been on your side, that's true. Sometimes you annoy me. But girl, you can do better. Forget the LuAnns interventions. Let's have a Dorinda intervention. You know, something is blocking you from marrying him. That's the part of your brain that's in self-preservation mode. Listen to that part of your brain. You can do better. Anyway, so we're milling around with this party. In one corner, LuAnn and Tom are talking to Sonia and Frenchie. Tom. And he says, oh, well, the best present I got is right here. And Sonia said, oh, see, that's beautiful. That's sweet to say. And then the weirdest thing I've ever seen happened. Tom looks over at her, at LuAnn, and he grabs her by the neck and pulls her toward him for a kiss. What? Who does that? What are you doing? I'm sorry. That was weird, and I don't know what I don't know. I have nothing more to say. Anyway, before I go, I have to talk about Dorinda's speech, because Dorinda, you know you give the best speeches, girl, drunk or not. She starts off by saying, well, about what a beautiful wedding it was, and sorry to those of you who weren't invited. I mean, do you have to mention that in your speech? Then she goes on to say how, oh, it was just the experience and her time there in Florida was just filled with so much joy and so much love, and I just came out feeling so much better about everything. Oh my God. I mean, Bethany right away chimes in with, oh, I'm glad you feel better, which actually probably saved things, because the implication was that she had reservations about the wedding. And you are telling a room full of people during your toast? Wow, Dorinda. Then she says something to Tom like, oh, you know I give good toasts, right, Tom? Tom said, oh, yeah, you make it nice. Okay. He knows her tagline. Then he says, that wedding was a testament to how much work LuAnn put into everything. I'm sorry, that wedding? You mean your wedding? You still can't accept that, can you, Tom? It's your wedding, buddy. That wedding is a testament to how much LuAnn put into it. Yeah, gee, we know you didn't put anything into it. So then he goes on to say, you know, it was great because we could get married with our true friends and family. Another dig at the people who weren't invited. You understand that this whole little shindig is for the people who weren't invited to the wedding. You don't need this party for the people who were at your wedding. You had a wedding reception. This is for the people you didn't invite. And you're going to make toasts continuing to talk about how great the wedding was and that our true friends were there? You're an idiot. So that's about all for this episode. It was pretty chock full of some funny things, but I am still looking forward to the episodes to come because they keep giving teasers of some really amazing things that are going to happen, and I cannot wait. So I hope you're there with me. We watch this together, so please leave comments. I'd love to talk about it with you. Thanks. Bye.